Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, test 1. Do what I just did.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, test
1 I'll do.
1.
These levels down.
That's some of it.
Okay, we're on.
Alright, introduce yourself from...
G'day, Bob Burns from Ballina,
What's the name of the business?
Marine Land Boat Sales.
Marine Land Boat Sales. Well, Bob, we're down in Melbourne, wonderful city. We've had autumn and winter this morning. In about half an hour we should get summer. You're in the outboard business in Ballina?
Certainly am, yes.
Marine Centre business?
That's right.
How long have you had Honda?
We've been with Honda 18 months.
And what's been the result of that 18 months?
Quite a few sales, a lot of happy customers. Customers that say they'd never own a two-stroke again.
Is that right?
That's dead right.
And on what basis do they say that?
The comfort, fuel savings, comfort I mean quietness, big point, no smoke, they just love them. Once you've been in one, it's...
Are your customers conscious of the environmental aspects of Honda?
Some are, but a lot of them are very conscious of the fuel savings.
Yes, I would imagine they would be, because as we've proven in our tests, the savings are somewhere between 60 or 65 and 50% over a comparable sized two-stroke, which really is a huge saving.
Absolutely, yes, and I notice it in my demo boat, and I do a lot of fishing myself, and I'll go 4 or 5 trips right out to sea and come back and remember to check the fuel tank.
Is that right? Now, what about reliability?
Absolutely magnificent.
All right, well,
so
I guess the next question is redundant. What about parts availability and backup from Honda themselves?
Honda have been say enough from the backup that I get from Honda. A magnificent company to deal with.
Perfect.
Okay, we're on.
Introduce yourself, Cluffy.
Yeah, Greg Clough from Renegade Boats,
Where?
Sydney.
Greg, you have rather an unusual marine business in that you take existing hulls and modify them for specialised purposes.
Yeah, nerves are gone, mate.
Are they?
Camera.
Forget
Done this, guys.
Forget the camera.
It's not that easy.
Anybody got a couple of stubbies?
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Just keep saying Greg Clough.
Greg Clough. Greg Clough.
Greg Clough.
Think. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Greg, you've got an unusual business in that you take existing manufactured boats and modify them for specific purposes, don't you?
Yes, mate. We.
The two. That's it. That's fine.
Okay.
Greg, you take existing manufactured boats from a variety of manufacturers and modify them for specific purposes, don't you?
Yes, mate. Yep.
And what sort of purposes do you modify them for?
Just generally fishing, centre consoles, layouts. More or less what anybody wants.
And your boats come virtually from all over Australia.
Perth, Queensland. Not working.
Is that right? Yes,
Not
it is.
working, yeah.
No, it's going good.
Perth, Queensland, as
Hang
far
on.
as Cairns.
Just say it again. Perth.
Perth, Queensland.
Hang on. 3, 2, 1.
Perth, Queensland.
So they come from all over Australia from various manufacturers.
Yeah, we generally design the boat around to what people want.
And
Subcontract the building side of it out to who we feel can suit the concept the best way.
is that right?
Yeah, that's right,
very
yeah.
interesting. And business is good?
Business is flat out, mate. You know,
Isn't that
since the
wonderful?
boat shows, we've done Melbourne, Sydney, we do Port Stephens, you know, etc. Get around, fly the flag.
That's wonderful.
Just
And most of the boats you do are fishing, aren't they?
mainly fishing, yeah, but we do accommodate, you know, family, cuddy cabs, charters, dive boats, what people want. You know,
Right.
if somebody comes in with a plate boat, a design, we'll put it together.
Now, what about Honda as far as it relates to your operation?
Oh, well, we use the Hondas because of the economy, the fuel, the consumption. The environmental impact is a big thing with the Hondas, and reliability.
Yeah.
And, they say quiet, you can get out there, you control. On the game, fishing soon, if we rig a boat up with twin 90s, you know, their fuel consumption is less than, you know,
Yeah.
what they're running on their normal
Even
outboards.
less than a similar sized boat with the appropriate diesels, I would imagine.
Well, I don't know much about the diesel scene and the style of boats that we're doing, but the economy on the diesels is pretty good.
Yeah.
But as far as the outboard motors go, I mean, these are just beautiful outboards.
Quiet, no smell. All
That's
that
right,
stuff.
yeah, well, and the reliability, I mean, you tick them over, you control, you can talk, you can have a conversation in the cab, nothing's a problem. They're just beautiful.
Wonderful. See, it didn't hurt, did it?
Oh, mate,
Introduce yourself and the name of your business first.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
product. Introduce yourself, Eddie.
Yeah, hi, I'm Eddie Peters from the Honda shop in Perth.
And Eddie, tell me what the Honda shop is.
Well, we sell all Honda product and only Honda product. We have their range of motorcycles, full range of power equipment, and the last 2 years we've taken on their full range of marine.
And how's the Marine going?
Excellent. Yeah, the response is phenomenal.
Isn't that wonderful? Because to be quite honest, Eddie, this is the first time I've ever spoken to anybody from Perth, and I know what your boating conditions are like over there. I mean, there's the river, but most of it is offshore out to the island, isn't it?
Yeah, look, everybody goes to Rodo.
Yeah.
Everybody goes.
Yeah. And the Hondas are performing well out in those open sea conditions?
Excellent. Yeah, we've got a 6.25 metre Fraser with 190 on it, and then it just flies. Yeah, 35 mile an hour is not an effort at all.
Well, I guess in a way you're different to most of the other guys who are here in that you've dealt with Honda on the power systems of motorcycles for a long time.
Yeah.
What about your relationship to Honda as a dealer? How does that go?
Excellent. Yeah, they're a really good company to deal with. They're keen to support their dealers and the product. They back their product up 101%.
Because the reason I ask that question is because if you're happy, your customers are going to be happy.
Absolutely.
And that really is very important.
Yeah, we can guarantee 100% backup to our clients. There's no problem there.
Wonderful. And where you're from first?
Okay.
I'm Paul DeVico from Holidays Afloat. We operate out of Brooklyn on the Hawkesbury River.
Paul, you have an entirely different application to everybody else that we've spoken to in that you put Hondas on houseboats.
That's correct.
Now, obviously you've had experience with the other brands of two-stroke on the houseboats. How do the Hondas compare?
Well, you've got probably about 4 items that are in their favour. They're so smooth in their running, quietness, their torque as compared to a two-stroke is much more. The fuel economy is probably one of the biggest benefits you get. Although I don't get the benefit of the fuel savings, my customers that get it. And also the reliability I find that with the Hondas. Another thing I actually believe too is that they're very, the way they're built is quite simple rather than they're sophisticated with, their electrics and things like that.
Yeah, onboard computers and all that sort of stuff are not in them.
Well, the other brands are trying to complicate the issues.
Now, just to clarify, your houseboats are on hire, so they're inexperienced people operating the motors.
Yep.
And they're also asked to deliver maximum torque all the time because they're pushing big, heavy boats. And I guess it's easy for a motor to free spin on a light boat, but when it has to lug all the time, it really puts it to the test, doesn't it?
The main thing that we've found, and because we cover such a range of boats and sizes, we've gone up, because the range of Hondas now increased, it's helped the engines. We've now put our 15s on the smaller boats, we've gone to 25s on the next size up, and we've gone to 45s on our latest editions. We find that you can run them at around about 4,000 RPM. The engines aren't really working all that hard, so you get a much longer life out of them. And it comes back to the same fact that the fuel economy is a big saving to the people.
Yeah.
I got comparative two-strokes that, I got a 75 and they're thirsty. They use 3 and 4 times as much fuel in a week, and the actual people, when they come back, they squeal.
Is that right, eh? And of course, as you said earlier, the other aspects are that they're quiet, they're silent effectively, and they don't stink.
Well, you can have if you close the back door on just about any of them in the whole range, especially the 25s and 45s, you can't hear the engines actually going.
You've got to look at the tacho to see if it's running.
That's about it.
Yeah.
As you said too, there's no smell. We used to run a lot of diesel engines, and a lot of the opposition used to always try to use that as a selling point, that the diesel engines were